The Second Amendment not needed here. The Second Amendment not needed here. Here's my story. I would be driving along in my car or riding along on a trolley car and see these monuments or memorials, as I would call them, on the streets of Philadelphia. They consisted of stuffed animals and crosses. They signified people, young people, that had been shot and died. Drugs played a role in some of these deaths. I would also read a newspaper or the internet. I would see on television and hear on the radio somebody dying by gunshot or a knife. I would even find out about a little child being gunned down by a drive-by shooting. I would hear of gang wars, drug wars, and people who were killed by those wars. During those times, we had two incidents in front of our home. One young person, then another young person, who were both shot, but still remained alive after the shootings. Seeing of one of those monuments or hearing of one death by gunshot or because of drugs should at the very least get your attention, get you sad, get you angry. It should make you want to do something about it. You should want to change the situation. But how is one to go about doing so? It is a very difficult question to answer, and many are afraid to want to ask that question. What can we do about it? One may not even care to ask that question, considering their fear. To ask of them for help in doing something about it can be futile. There are others who just go about their business when they hear such things, or it happens on their own street. As for myself, I just began to pray, Lord, what can we do to change these things that are happening? That was the only thing that I could do, or one can do at that time. Another time I sat down on the 36th trolley at 73rd Street and Elmwood Avenue. By the time we were only a few blocks up the street, two ladies who had sat down in front of me. The first words out of their mouths were stories about two people who they personally knew were killed by guns. The first woman told somebody that she knew was killed on that Saturday. The other woman told of somebody that she knew was killed on that Sunday, 1 or 2 days before our trolley ride. In 2011, at the place where I work at night, a co-worker of mine named Earl, who I consider a friend, had a brother who he loved dearly, shot in the head, only 2 blocks away from his home and died. When he told me of this, my heart was hit hard with that news. My heart sank. Total compassion came over me for him, for his mom, and his family. 7 summers ago in 2009, I received an answer from the Lord. After this summer, it will be 8. We again experienced some of the very same circumstances, this time in front of our neighbor's front doorsteps, Steve and Regina Young, and John Paul Kravchuk in his home, that others around the city of Philadelphia have experienced. That summer in front of Steve and Regina's home, someone was shot and killed by 2 men that were waiting for him to come out of the house around the corner. We heard that he came back from Florida. They knew that he was in this house at that time. He came out, they ran after him with their gun shooting him, and he died. What comes to mind immediately, it was over illegal drugs. Another incident that summer happened in Elmwood Park, located between Buist Avenue and Dix Avenues, between 71st Street and 72nd Street. A young African man was shot and killed as he sat with 2 friends on the park bench. The 2 others ran and got away. The shooter wanted the man's money. It may have been so that he could attain drugs. My wife, for a long time, had been saying that we should move even to New Jersey. But I said no, the Lord will protect us. The Lord will protect us. After what happened in front of Steve and Regina's house, Steve said that he and his wife and family will move. But later he said no, he will not be intimidated. He said that we will stay. Regina supported him. I said to Steve and Regina, we are Christians. We believe in Jesus Christ, the Bible. We believe in praying. Let us take the Bible and prayer onto the street corners and ask God to bring change to our neighborhood, remembering to confess our own sins first. We use as the basis for our going out to the street corners the scripture taken from the Bible, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. My people who were called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways. Then I will hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Since we have been bringing our Bibles and our prayers to the street corners of 73rd and Buist Avenue, 72nd and Dix Avenues, we believe we can say that there has not been one gunshot on our street since. Our Our very own personal comfort levels have risen as far as gunshots are concerned. On my day job, a young man named Jeremy became my supervisor. He explained to me how his street that he and his family lives on had been having much trouble, which made he and his wife and children very unsafe. Then proceeded to tell him of the ministry that, with the help of the Lord, I had to the street. A few neighbors and I, on Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock a.m., would go to the street corners, reading the Bible and praying in Jesus' name. Since then, we had been doing that. Since we had done that, the gunshots had stopped. We've done this several years ago, as I mentioned, and we haven't done it really since, but the Lord kept our prayers being answered. Our prayers have been answered because the story of success is its longevity or permanency. I'll repeat. A few neighbors and I, on Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock a.m., will go onto the street corners, reading the Bible and praying in Jesus' name. Since we have been doing that, the gunshots had stopped. The comfort levels have risen. The same could be for your street, I told him. I went home to tell my wife that we should tonight pray for a situation during a family devotion, which we did. He also told my wife to pray about a situation during the prayer meeting she was attending that night. I told Jeremy that we prayed, and since doing so, he said that on his street, his family feels much safer. There are obviously very many stories such as these in and around the city of Philadelphia and around the country, almost anywhere you live, throughout the world also. Somebody has to stand up, step up, sound the battle cry. Who will go forward with me into battle? I'll be broadcasting later time.